Hi guys, this is Joe here from Rufioh. Hopefully you've seen my previous one of these videos and you can see an update to my Blue Eyes collection. It's not too big or too colourful just yet. We're working on it. We're getting a few here and there. And gradually we're building up. So if you haven't seen the previous one, go check that out and you can see how much the collection's grown and improved since then. We're still missing quite a few notable cards, so we will get to that towards the end and sort of discuss which ones I'm missing and which ones I'm looking to pick up over time. But until then, you can take a look at what I've got so far. Apologies in advance if there are any kind of crazy noises in the background. I have some really dumb active dog, and if you've again seen any of my previous videos, you'll know that this dog is just absolutely wild. As soon as I start talking, he likes to go outside and bark. I've blocked him in so he can't do that, but now he's eating his food and sort of skulking around and can hear me talking, so he's probably going to take an interest in me and start ragging things around out of excitement. So be prepared to hear a little tiny Chihuahua Yorkie cross making growling sounds. That's him fighting with stones and that kind of thing. But anyway, let's get stuck into the video because you're not here to hear about my dumbass dog. So we'll start at the back. So the first ones I'm going to show you are nothing official. This is just kind of like a bit of something extra to show you. Just things that I picked up that I think are worth mentioning, but not necessarily counted in my full collection. So we'll go through those quickly now. So this page is covered in fakes. You can ignore the Exodia. I just thought it was kind of funny. The fact that he just goes out the picture is pretty crazy. So we've got a couple of these ones here. We'll talk about these more in a moment. Yeah, just a few other fakes. The actual artwork on some of these is quite cool, to be honest with you. I mean, that's kind of cool. We'll look at this one. This one is like the this rumored armored version or something like that. It looks a little bit like that one that we've seen online, but nobody has any definite proof that it exists or anything like that. So there's another one. The artwork's kind of cool, but they are fake, guys. So definitely wouldn't recommend you go out and buy these because they fund kind of silly criminal activity. But if your friends happen to have them in a box somewhere and you take them, we're all good. And now these two I wanted to discuss with you briefly. I won't go into too much detail about them. These are actually test runs from one of the other lads. He does 3D printing, that kind of thing. You'll sometimes see him if you're on Classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Group and stuff like that on Facebook and a few of the others. He's always printing stuff off Millennium Puzzles and that kind of thing. But this is some of the stuff that he does. So what happens is you catch these in the right light. You can shine a light behind them and they look like the actual card. These are test runs, so they're not perfect. This one has a crack in, as you can see at the bottom here. A little bit, but they're really, really cool. He just gave me these. He was like, these are dead to me. So I'm actually going to take this video down in a second, and we'll try and see if we can catch some light so you can get an idea of how they work. And if you are interested in picking any of those up, I'll put a link in the description to his Facebook group where you can contact him and see if you can acquire some cool stuff for yourself. Have a look at what demos he's done and go from there. And then after I've shown you these, we'll go right back to the binder. Okay, so we're in my lounge currently, and it's not necessarily the best. Apologies, I'm super shaky, as you can see. But you can kind of get an idea. It's not perfect to be able to see. But you get all the different shades in there with this kind of thing, and then I'll get the other one for you guys now. Let's have a look. And this one's slightly too thick, I think, was part of his problem. The other one was slightly too thin. But yeah, it just gives you an idea. Like I say, shaky old hands of mine don't necessarily get the best view, but okay, now we're back, guys. Back to the binder. So I've got a really, really cool one on the other side of this page. I'm going to show you guys. It doesn't actually slide into the binder because it's too big, but we'll get to that in a minute. So we're going to go to the front. We'll skip over the very front page because that's also my second favourite page now. After the cool one that was shown in here, it's just the front page kind of thing where you show off the nicer ones. So we'll start a little bit in and we'll take a quick look at what we've got. So we'll go over numbers towards the end, but we've got a ton of LCKC. They're all mixed up. They're not really in any kind of order. So, fully expect that this is kind of a bit of a mess. But you can get some idea of what we've got in here. So we've got the MVP one, the Ultras. We've got the Collector Tin. We've got the Ulti, which is quite nice. It's not very pricey, but it's really cool. We've got the one with the globe behind, which is just really, really nice. The Stone Tablets here. We've got a whole bunch of different ones, but these are just sort of to give you some ideas of different ones. So, in fact, we'll pull some out so you can get some ideas. So that's obviously the Stone Tablet one that everyone kind of recognises now. It's had plenty of printings. This cool Collector's Tin one, just a nice secret rare. Sometimes you don't quite catch it in the light. We've got the Ulti here. I've got a few of these, probably in better condition than this one. But really, really nice, and it's kind of cheap, to be honest with you. So, if you wanted to play a set of Ulti Blue Eyes to use in a deck or something, that's probably the one to go for. We've got I think these are movie pack, right? I think I was away from the game whilst these came out, so these kind of they're not new to me, but they're not really something that's instantly recognisable to me, just apart from the artwork. We've got some collector tins. yeah, just a nice traditional art, really, really crisp. I love the artwork on that one. I think as we all do. Let's have a look. Then we've got the World One Duelist pack, I guess. Just really nice Ultra there. Bless my dog in the background with his sneezing. And we got really beaten up original structure deck one. We've got plenty more of those where that came from. I'm just going to keep an eye out. I believe I've got some Legend of Blue Eyes ones in here. Not first eds, unfortunately, but we did have some. I had to sell some back when I fell on some hard times, we'll say, and had to get rid of a few. So we'll keep an eye out. These are all pretty much just your standards. Like, some of them are really cool. Like, you can see the difference in color as well, which is interesting from the prints. Like, look how dark this one on the right is. Like, it almost looks brown. And then you've got these nice, like, light yellow vanillas. And, they're the same pack. They're both the same edition. They're not first edition. They're both unlims. And it's crazy how much the quality of the print back in the day was actually, like, crazy bad. Like, if you go back and look at a lot of the older cards, they just look awful. Like, really, really not very well printed, not very consistent. Like, it's the same again here. Like, this one's just really dark and this one's really light. So, yeah, it's just really weird. Like, when you see it and you don't realise how much of a difference it makes, like, a first glance. So when you go back and look at them next to each other, it's insane how much of a difference it makes. Okay, cool. So we got gold one here. I think I've just only got the one of these, to be honest with you. It's a gold rare for those of you who are a fan of those. I quite like gold rares, and I know not a lot of other people do, but, there you go. It's by the by. Keeping an eye out and see if I've got any LOB ones. I think I do. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm just getting your hopes up. I'm pretty sure I do. No first eds. Let's have a look. Some more of the same. We've got commons down here. We've got plenty of those. Like, I'm quite lucky that... we'll talk about this one in a minute, but... yeah, I'm quite lucky I've got a friend who's doing some vending at the moment, so I think when he pulls up his bulk, he just kind of pulls out all of the blue eyes for me as and when he goes through, and yeah, he just hands them all to me, and we agree a nice little fee for them. It doesn't go anything crazy, but it means that I can bust out this collection and improve it. I saw one guy online, you'll know who you are, I'm sure if you see this video, but he's got a huge collection. I remember trying to flex some people with this, and his was just way bigger. Yeah, more of the same here. This is really, really cool for those of you who know your backstories, unless you may recognise this already. So back before the Yu-Gi-Oh! That we know and love came out, the Duel Monsters or whatever it is, that we had what is commonly known as Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. Back then the cards were produced, I mean, the actual main program wasn't about cards. It kind of, half of the first series was just Yu-Gi-Oh! Like messing with people playing really, really dark, like these shadow game type things. Stuff like with, it wouldn't be cards, it'd be like watches and all that kind of thing. You should go back and find it if you can find it anywhere. But at the time, like the latter half of the series ended up being about the cards because it really took off. And they brought out these Bandai edition cards, and there's like tons of these out there. There's loads of different ones. I've got a whole bunch of them upstairs. But this is the Blue Eyes Ultimate, so they did it in 4 parts. A bit like Exodia, broken up into bits. So it's like one giant card, but you have all 4 parts. And then you have the one singular card, which is like, I guess, playable. I don't really know. Like, the Bandai rules are really weird. I'm sure you can find them online somewhere and you can see how it works. But it's just a really, really cool thing. A lot of people like to look at this, so just really, really nice. These are all Blue Eyes Ultimates. These are all in one spot, so there's nothing too crazy going on here. We'll take a look at these. Yeah, so we've got a nice legendary collection one there. I do have like twin bursts and stuff, but I don't think I have them in here. This is pretty much just for Blue Eyes and Blue Eyes Ultimate. I kind of kept to the originals with that. We've got gold rare here, for those of you who are interested in your gold rares. Kind of nice colouring with the purple. Not quite as nice as when you have spell cards, but you know. And there we go. We've got a retro pack Blue Eyes Ultimate, which is just really, really nice. Secret rare there. You can catch the... when we don't get the glare too much, you can catch the glittery look. Let's see what else we got. It's very, very dark purple. It's unfortunate you can't quite see quite as much as you would like. We got more of the same. We've got this actually. I don't think we covered these. These are the gold secrets. I think they look kind of disgusting, to be quite honest with you, but to each their own. Yeah, just those in case you're interested in that one. Got multiple of those. Again, we got more ultimates here. Just more of the same. I was confident I had an LOB one. Maybe I missed it. But yeah, that's the end of the main part of the collection. We'll discuss the rest later on. This is quite a cool one I picked up recently, actually, courtesy of Jam Jam Cards UK. Who I'll put a link to them in the description. The vendor that I tend to go and see who sorts me out with these really cool ones when he picks them up. KA04. If anyone out there knows the value, obviously it's battered up, but I'd be interested to see what this is worth if it was in good condition, because it's like that really old school style that you don't really see. I don't think we had any TCG cards printed with the boxes like this, so it's really, really cool. And the rest here is pretty sort of bog standard. So we'll go to the front page, and then we'll cover the really special one that I picked up recently. I don't think it's super valuable, but it's like just a really, really cool pickup, something that we don't get here. So we'll go to that in a second. But let's go back to the front, and then we'll do a rundown at the end. I'll do a quick run back and see if I do see the LOB one. I'll bring it out. And then, yeah, we go from there. Ah, there we go. LOB. I knew I had one somewhere. Okay, cool. So this tends to be my, like, favourite page, right? Because this is, like, the best ones that I have available to me. Yeah, this is actually not supposed to be. This is supposed to be the KA one. I think I got those the wrong way around, but we'll go back to that. Swap those over whilst we remember. We accidentally pulled the wrong one out. There we go. Put that back in. Like I say, the collection is mostly about size, but if I find really neat ones that I can pick up and afford to get at the time, then that's what I do. Okay, cool. So we've got this one. I believe this is from the game. So they had a PC game that came out. There was a Kyber and a Joey, and I think maybe a Yugi one as well. They came with like their signature cards, like Red Eyes and Dark Magician and stuff. And they came in like these weird, like prismatic secret rares. Again, they're not like stupid valuable, but they're actually kind of like difficult to pick up. Like I'd never seen these before. I picked this one up, and I've never seen one since. So it's kind of cool. We have a nice gold ghost rare. For those of you like your ghost rares, I absolutely love this card. I don't care that it's got a gold border. Absolutely beautiful. Just like the Solemn that you get in this set, just like the MST that you get in this set. The price on these just tends to go through the roof because they're like the only ghost like golds that we've ever had. It's the only set that we've ever had them in. Yeah, just I mean the detail on that's crazy. It's just so nice. I really wish they'd bring back ghost rares. I wish we could get those printings again. This is a really interesting one. So this one's actually incredibly difficult to find. Maybe there's some people out there familiar with the OCG markets that might know a little bit about this. But this one out there doesn't actually have like any kind of code on, but it's it seems to be official. There's nothing to make me think that it's fake. I believe that one of my local guys said that he found it and it was worth a few hundred, but whether that's true or not, I don't really know. Maybe in mint condition, this certainly isn't. It's in I guess slightly played, maybe moderate play. But just a really cool pickup that we got from one of the local guys. But we didn't realise the value until afterwards, to be truthful with you. We just assumed that it was like a starter deck one or something like that. But I think it's like a starter collection. That's that KA04 again that we discussed earlier. Just really, really cool. That's the code on there in case you guys can't tell. Maybe you guys know the value and I don't. Who knows? I'll get that in there without damaging it further. We have one Blue Eyes Ultimate in here. This is a really, really cool one. So a nice OCG print in here. In Japanese, maybe. I don't know. I'm not too good with the lettering. But it's a nice Ultimate Rare. And the pack is SDX 001. Again, I don't really know the value on a lot of these because I tend to value them at the time and then sort of forget and move on. But just a really, really nice foiling on that. Nice Ultimate Rare look. We've got this one here. So this is the Jump promo one. Really, really cool, nice alternate artwork that we don't get to see very often. This may be the only one that's printed in this particular artwork, at least in the TCG. Just really, really nice. Got that nice signature on there. Yeah, just Kazuki Takahashi. Yeah, just a really, really cool one. I've got a couple more of those that I want to work on getting, but we'll go through that in a moment. We've got this one here. You can't really see it very well, but it's actually like a blue rare. I don't think you can really see it. It's like a sky blue. It's not like a normal silver from the Duelist League sets. Really, really nice. Yeah, just really cool. We got this one again for those familiar with the Bandai ones, like the Blue Eyes Ultimate that we went through earlier. This is the printing that went along with it for the normal Blue Eyes. I really like the lightning in the background, something that was missing from the newer prints. Just really, really cool. They're not too expensive to pick up either. Just like really nice. And then that's it, the LOB one that I wanted to discuss. I knew I had one somewhere. Like I say, I had a bunch of first eds from these, and unfortunately I had to sell them back in the day. Fell on some hard times, and you know, when you gotta eat and you gotta pay your bills, you gotta do what you gotta do. So that's that. And that's the LOB one. Hopefully we can pick up first eds at some point, but they're just really difficult to come by. And then finally the one that I wanted to show you, the nice special one that I picked up recently, so it's underneath this, I'll show you here. But this is like a kind of cool one. So this isn't the normal anniversary one that we've been getting from our... from the Worlds events over here in the TCG. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to pick that one up yet. Kind of still pricey from last year, but this is a nice steel one. Nice OCG. So it's in kind of like a protective packet, so I haven't taken it out, which is hence it's not actually in the binder. I actually keep it in a separate place. But it's a nice like ultra rare print, and it's steel. So like you can see it's got like a little bit of flex to it, but like it doesn't bend like a card, right? It's got really nice like stiffness to it. It looks so crisp and so clean. it's just really, really nice. I picked this up. Big shout out to him and for giving me the hookup. I assume got from the Shift Boys, it looked like, and got this in here. It was really, really cool. So definitely I'll be on the lookout for more of these if ever they come up. Now, there are a few I still need to pick up. Again, talking about that vendor, he's sourced a few more that I don't have. So he's got the Yap one, I think it is, which is the one where it's on the skyscraper, which I don't have in this collection yet. And a couple of others that I think I've got, but are still kind of pricey, so I wanted to pick those up. So we're going to negotiate a deal for them, but at some point, I imagine, but they'd be really cool to add to this collection. But we'll do a quick rundown of numbers. I won't include the ones at the back. We'll include the Steel Series one because it is kind of normal. So we'll do a quick rundown, see how many blue eyes we've got. So we've got 3, 5, 8. Oh, now we're going to go like crazy numbers. 17, 26. 35, 44, 53, 62, 71, 80, 89, 98, 107, 116, 125, 134, 133, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 140, 141, 142, 143, 144, 145, 146, 147, 148, 149, 150, 151, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 160, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 71, 72, 73. 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. So we're on 180 Blue Eyes White Dragons so far. Again, just planning to fill this whole binder up in the end. So it's 180 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Let's see how many Blue Eyes Ultimate we've got. I think we just got like 10. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, I guess, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we've got 15 Blue Eyes Ultimates as well. So 15 Blue Eyes Ultimates, 180 Blue Eyes White Dragons. This doesn't include the fake ones at the back here. It does include this nice Steel Series one. Yeah, so hopefully we can add to this and keep building on this collection. Eventually I'll just phase these out of this binder completely and fill it up with normal ones. I do need to reorganize so we've got all the same ones in the same thing and then we can actually look at how many I've got from each packet. But thank you very much for checking in, guys. Just, again, a short video to show you my Blue Eyes collection so far. I say it's short, it's like 15 minutes by the end of this. Yeah, just to show you where we're up to, and hopefully the next time we come in with you, we're going to have a whole bunch more to add to it, as well as some really interesting other prints that we've been able to pick up along the way. So big shout out to everyone that's helped me get so far with this collection. If any of you guys know the value on some of the stuff that I haven't been sure about on there, please drop it down in the comments. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. I'm afraid that's all we have time for in this video. If by chance you haven't had enough of listening to me waffle at you through a video about a children's card game, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links are on the screen, or if you're feeling really lazy, you can click the links in the description. While you're at it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content too. It'll make me smile, I promise. And who can ask for more than that? Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.